I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to, well, outside of the garage. It's a little hot today, so I thought I would roll the two Ducatis outside and do a little bit of work. Now, today we're going to be doing some mirror upgrades on the new Evil Twin V2. As you guys know, we've got the paint done by Eddie with Shred Dog, and well, these mirrors are just out of place now. Lucky enough, we just received the new Rizoma stealth mirrors. I know you guys have been seeing them everywhere. I know, but they're pretty badass. So we're gonna get them mounted on the new V2 and see how they look. Now, one of the things that I do like about the stealth mirrors on the V2 versus a Panigale is the V2 doesn't have a set of winglets, where the Panigale already kind of has a set of winglets. I think the V4 with the stealth mirrors kind of looks a little funny because it's kind of got that two winglets. So I'm going to walk you guys through step by step on how to mount them. It's pretty easy. 2 bolts and a plug takes the old mirror off. 2 bolts and the new plug, the blinker plug, we just tuck it away. We're going to talk about the blinkers in the install, but very, very simple install. So let's get the chesty cam on. Let's unbox the stealth mirrors, see what's inside the box, and then get them mounted on the all-new V2. All right, so to give you guys a little bit of look on how those stock mirrors look, especially on the black bike, you can kind of see they're big and out of place. They're matte, and of course we've got a beautiful gloss paint job on here. So we want to get rid of the kind of that big mirror. Now, we do lose the blinker here, and there's a lot of different options for blinkers. I know Rizoma makes a little mount that goes here, but we're going to work on a little something different. I'm not sure if it's going to be in here or where we're going to mount the blinkers, but we're going to get blinkers mounted later. But currently, with this mod, with these mirrors, you do lose the blinkers. So just FYI, you guys are going to have to figure out some type of blinkers. Now, for the unboxing, pretty simple. The Rizoma box is absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead and open this up. And a little scanner here for the instructions. Pretty basic instructions. Park your stealth here. So probably what they're talking about is when you unbox them, put them here. You've got your instructions. Very cool. And then under here is just some literature, some basic. They're not instructions, by the way. And then under the foam, there we go. So we have our right and left mirror, and some foam pads that I have heard we're going to retain using the rubber ones in here because of the spacing. So let's go ahead and talk about the tools. You're going to need one tool. I think it's a 4 millimeter socket or an Allen wrench to get the screws out of the back of the mirrors. Now you're going to reutilize the screws from the stock mirrors in the Rizoma mirrors. Now I've got this on a stand, so that way I can turn these bars left and right. So you're going to want to turn this bar in here so we can get under here, and you'll see that there are 2 sets of screws, 1 and 2. You're going to remove those sets of screws, and once they're removed, there's a little white plug back here which runs the blinker. Once you unplug the blinker, the mirror comes off. So let's go ahead and remove these bolts. So we'll remove the lower bolt here, number 1, and then remember, you're going to reuse these bolts, so hang on to these bolts, okay? And then bolt number 2, and you're going to notice your mirror is going to loosen, so we're going to grab the mirror and release this bolt. All right, so you'll see in there that there's a little white plug and the mirrors are attached to it. You're going to go ahead and push the little tab and release this plug and pull this mirror completely out. So this little plug, you're going to rotate it. It actually goes in and out only one way. So you'll rotate it. If you can't get the plug out, rotate it a quarter turn, rotate it a quarter turn until the white plug pops out. So you'll pull it straight out from the fairing. And we're going to go ahead and take the bottom plug here, which you'll see here, and we're going to go ahead and just tuck this in for now, because again, we're not going to utilize it. Now, when you took the bolts off, you took this plastic piece off. We are going to reutilize this plastic piece, and we are going to pull the rubber piece off the bottom here. You'll see that there's a little rubber piece. We do want to continue to use this rubber piece, okay? All right, so this is the point of the video, that this video is going to be very helpful. The Rizoma instructions are like off a CBR, and they don't really explain to you their sticky pad and how it goes on the mirror and how these all work. These are the stock rubber gaskets. And what I found is if we peel this sticky off here, you'll notice that getting it in here is like virtually impossible, right? Because it just sticks. But what I found is if we take this and if we get this laid in here nice, so let's see, we're gonna go and we get this laid in here, this appears to be where these go, because this is what's going to mount into here. Now, when you guys get these mounted in here, you're going to notice that the rubber gasket or the rubber little thing goes around the edge of the mirror. So this is the stock part. You're going to continue to use this, that rubber piece that came with the Rizomas in between there. And we're going to get this to fit nice and tight in here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead over to, we've removed both sides. So this is for the right side, and we'll get this nice and lined up here. And once we have it lined up to the holes, we're going to just thread the bottom piece in the bottom here. All right, and you're gonna get your second bolt. Now, I have left these very, very loose, okay? We're just gonna get it in just finger tight so we can play with this gasket up here. Now, what we wanna do is we wanna make sure that this gasket is nice and seated in there before we tighten the mirrors completely. All right, now that the gaskets are nice and seated, we'll go ahead and get a couple turns on this and get them nice and tight. We don't want to go too tight, you guys. Be gentle. All right, so you guys should have them snugged up. They should be very, very nice and very tight against the fairing and the fairing stay here. And you should see that the gasket should fit just right around the outside edge. It is poking up a little bit, but looks like that's just kind of the way that it is, because these inners of this mirror are just slightly shallower than the other ones. So we'll go ahead onto the other side and take a final look. Oh my, if there is any bike that's worthy enough to have these stealth mirrors, it is this Ducati V2. What a difference these have made. It is just completely transformed this bike. It looks so good. Now, once you guys get them mounted, they should be good and tight. Make sure that they are tight. And once you fold up the mirror, you guys are gonna notice there is a little sticker here. Get the sticker, please remove before riding. And that'll expose your mirror. And of course, when you're riding around town, you've got your mirror. And then when you guys are ready to go into stealth mode, fold those down. And look at that, as clean as can be. I am really, really loving this. I like it. I hope Bogna likes it. Now, she's been kind of on the fence about it, but like I said, you know, I think her thought was the winglet thing, but she kind of liked the idea that this doesn't have wings, so it's okay. But I really like it. I really like it. So I hope this was informational. I hope it was pretty easy for you guys, for you V2 guys, because the instructions, like I said, when I scanned the barcode, it brought up like a CBR or something like that. So thank you guys for sticking around. Do the normal. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and then ring the bell notification. If you guys are new to the channel, we have a garage full of motorcycles. We've got an S1000 Single R 2022 up there on the lift, which is getting ready to get some pretty decent modifications. The V2 is in full swing for modifications. We've got some stuff going on over here. Bogna has given me her credit card, and we have ordered $2,000–3,000 worth of parts. So you guys have to stick around for the V2 build. It's finally here. And then of course the Street Fighter, you guys know the Street Fighter, the SE Project exhaust is coming off. So stay tuned, because this exhaust is not staying. We're getting another exhaust. So stick around for the newest exhaust install on the Ducati Street Fighter. But thank you guys again. Do the normal, subscribe, like, bell notification, and we'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys.